with Wanda and super producer Big Earn. Marquette ran out on us. I don't know what he was going to
He
do.
had to handle his business.
Business. So, so bad grammar. Is it a deal breaker in trying to have a relationship or just friends? And of course, I will be talking about the Grammar Patrol
On
on
Facebook.
Facebook. I'm gonna wait for a little later on that one. I got a rant about that. All right. So how about y'all? What y'all think about the bad grammar?
Well, see, I grew up in a home with my mother Charlotte, who is going to choke me as soon as she
Good
hears
morning, Miss Charlotte.
Hey Mecca, let's get Mecca over here.
this. My mother was an
Mecca, come
English
over here.
major at NYU,
She go to Yale.
and
Yeah, there we go.
she is grammar patrol. Actually, my mother is really Miss Waters, Gina's mother on Martin.
Oh, really?
Yes, that is my mother.
Okay.
Everything is yes. She is. I know. My phone is gonna ring any minute. Now. She cannot stand when people just tear up the English language, and it drives her bananas. So a lot of her is still in me. Now I can switch up my vocabulary depending upon where I'm at.
There you
I can
go.
be like a little chameleon. If I'm like with my clients and stuff like that, I have to be professional. Then I'm cool. But I mean, if I'm just talking on the phone, I can tear up some nouns and pronouns. And, I be doing stuff. Where y'all at? I could all of that could come out at any given moment. But yeah, and so if you were my friend or we were in a relationship, you wouldn't know how to speak well. Like if we're not in a little like homie section and we're just all cool, I just can't be around people that just can't talk well. Cause again, I go to different places. I don't move like average people, so I don't just go like to McDonald's. I might want to go to Ruth Chris, and I don't want you in Ruth
You
Chris.
need to know how to
Mac.
conduct
I
yourself.
need you to know how to conduct yourself with some cloth napkins and a few different forks and several knives, and they change them every course. I need that. So yeah, it would be a deal breaker for me and Charlotte. Hi, Mom. Wanda is laughing because she knows my mother.
No, I would agree. It's levels to it.
Okay.
So you would have to be able to uh, mingle into any committee. And while we're
Oh,
here
that was a
with,
good one.
thank you. I got that from Demetrius Coppage off his album. I'll get you the CD.
There you go.
So yes, my friends, while we're in our inner circle, we speak a certain type of way. When you're in a corporate environment, you have to know how to speak there, but don't just be completely F in English class.
Right.
So both of y'all saying it's a deal breaker. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, for me.
I think for me,
But with levels, there's levels to it.
Okay,
Right.
we're gonna get back to
what's the
y'all.
level?
We're gonna get back
You
to them,
can't
Mecca.
you can't get an F in English. You have to know how to hold it and fold it.
Okay. So you can't be completely.
It can't just be off
Right,
completely.
right.
And spelling. That's also a big thing for me. We have to know when we're going to say
Y'all
our,
bougie, y'all
OUR, and R. Are you feeling some type of way? That bothers me.
Oh,
Wow.
that,
Did I touch a
yes,
spot?
you touched my soul.
that sounds like the grammar police on Facebook,
Facebook.
right?
It is. It is.
So for me, I
yes.
don't think that. So it used to be a bigger deal for me than it is lately because I understand like before when I would go to the South, I couldn't do the dialect. Like the twang, the Southern twang, I didn't like it. I thought it was improper English. But then when I realized people speak differently from not only just different regions within the country, but also within different places in the world. So I'm like, okay, so this is just like vernacular. This is a part of speaking.
Right.
So I'm not really I'm not really as big on grammar as I used to be, but like you said, you have to know where the adjective goes versus where the noun goes. Like you have to know at which place in the sentence they belong for us to have a
true,
conversation.
but you know this is, and I'm gonna keep it real here. See, in the process of trying to, obviously you got to have the basics, right? Like you, like Wanda said, you
Right.
get an F. Now that's really ridiculous. But
Right.
but if you get a C or a C plus, right?
It's okay.
It's levels.
Right.
That's okay.
That's what you said, right? And so so for me, in trying to maneuver around all that, right? And I'm just like Ernie. I'm moving in different circles.
right.
I gotta be cognizant of that. And as I get older, I got to be careful because I got to think twice. But you know what? I'm going to tell you this, though. What's very interesting is that what I've noticed in the boardroom now, right, which has a lot of white folks, and, you know, and I'm usually the only one there, right?
Okay.
What I've noticed now is that they're using a lot of our vernacular.
I was going to say that.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
And
yes,
some of that
yes.
vernacular is not grammatically correct.
Right.
Right? And
But
so,
it's cool.
Yeah, but it's cool.
That's it.
Yeah,
It
right.
probably makes for a more relaxed atmosphere.
But I feel in those situations that I got a responsibility, right? You know, as being the only African American in that room, to really not sound like I'm not educated,
There you
because
go.
that's the other,
Right.
and intelligent.
Right.
Those are two important things, and grammar's part of that. You know, grammar's part of that, but but it's also part of being knowledgeable about things. So,
Right.
so you don't sound. You know what I mean? Now let's get to the grammar police.
Oh, okay.
Let's get to the grammar police.
On Facebook, you're feeling some type of way.
Come on now.
You see this big quote. It's about 4 paragraphs long.
Messages
Every
got
other
gully.
word,
She going gully.
Gully on it, right? Yeah, man.
every other word has a grammatical error. What do you do?
I keep scrolling. I mean, I can see like, okay, and then I keep it moving. I don't have time to
I
correct
don't.
people.
Now I'm not gonna correct if you are my friend. So like if I was like say I'm let's say I know Wanda would not, but for the sake of this argument,
I might.
you all right? You know, so you put you said I like you too, and you put T O,
T-O.
or something like that, or some other word that you just totally annihilated. I would inbox you and say, hey, sweetie, that should have been da 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 da, and I'll correct you in your inbox. But now, if I'm being like kind of shady and I don't really like you, and this would
Right
be
on
a
the
good-
comments.
Oh, yeah. First of all, it's T-O, blah, 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 blah. Because cause every now and then I'm a little petty. I mean,
And you know what? Bottom line is that some people got tiny phones,
true.
Big hands
or big hands.
with tiny phones.
And the phone will change up your whole thought
That's true,
and
too.
put a whole nother
That
word. That's
too.
not what I was trying to say. I
That
said
too.
what I said. So don't correct it, and that's the phone.
True.
But I don't want to correct people on Facebook. Do you?
Yeah, if I like you, we're good. If I don't, then hey.
I think if I get the meaning, if I get the meaning of what you're trying to say, then
you're okay.
Yeah, I'm
See,
okay.
and that's why when we're talking about our mate, the person that we're with, that's
Yes.
exactly why I can't with my mate. I don't want to have to decipher what you're saying.
Right.
I want to have effective. We have to be able to communicate. Even when you send me a text message and I look down, I should not have to piece together what you were trying to tell me.
Right. Right.
Serious.
Right.
It's levels.
Right.
So my mate, no, that's not going to work. We're not going to work out that way. We have to communicate.
Yeah. Wow. So let me ask you this question. This is a deep one, right? So have you all had and without shot anybody out, have you all been in situations where you said no, this is not gonna happen because either the initial conversation after you got to know
Yeah.
them and you had to like no,
Yes.
nah.
But I said that to them.
Wanda's lucky.
This may not work. You,
I mean, I've encountered
talk.
people in life that may have said something that was just like, what?
Yeah.
no,
You just keep it moving.
Yeah.
this may not work.
No, I have said no.
Yes. No.
No.
because of grammar.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was that bad. Like you pretty. You look good.
You so pretty.
But you can't talk. You dumb as rocks.
This ain't gonna happen, man.
There's nothing is happening.
This not gonna happen.
I can't say I had that experience.
No.
No, I can't.
Method,
I've
she surrounds
had the-
herself with scholars. That's
No,
why.
And make
I've
her
had-
holler.
I've had the southern twang thing that I had to get used to.
But see, that's an accent. You can have an
Well,
accent and
that's
still
a-
speak
but
correctly.
it's an accent on
With-
top of
on top
vernacular.
of the stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
I've
That's
heard
true.
that one there.
Like Florida?
when I first moved to Atlanta, when I met people that literally were from like Atlanta, I had no clue what they were saying. I was working in the school and I had on some
English what?
right. I had on a pair of Gucci loafers, and the dude said, "How much them run you there, boy?" Gucci man, and I said, "What?" And so I was trying not to like. You didn't even know what I said, did you?
Hey, listen, we got to go to commercials. But give us a call, 203-562-9430. I know y'all got some comments on this one. It's late in the show, but let's go to commercials. Go ahead, one.